Hello, hello. Yep, there you go. We're on now. So this is the second try, second or third try. What you want to get a pen so you can write shit down?
Right, and how
Well,
fucking
where's that thing that you took away? Where was that? There was a bunch of
right here.
no, the jug of junk. Yeah, that's where pens are.
That's where the
Hey.
pins stay. And that's where the pins. All right, yeah.
All right, so this is my name is Jay Sudo, and this is Psych, and this is the
Sice.
MPS Sice, Sice S-I, it's like slice without the L. So and this is the MPS podcast. It's basically my podcast sucks, and that's what I'm gonna name it. And this like the topic today is kind of like gonna go all over the place a little bit. I kind of want to focus on the topic that we've been talking about is basically what you were saying is can men love as much as women? So I think that's one topic that you want to put down. If you want to write that down, can men love as can yeah, something like that.
It's more like we gotta find a name. Like, can men love hard? Like, see, that doesn't even sound like.
See, here's the thing. All right, in terms of that subject, I've seen men cry over women where women didn't give a damn about the men that they were with. So it's like a vice versa situation. There's been men who's poured their lives out for the women, done a whole bunch of stuff, and the women just didn't care about them. Just like the women, just like women has done a whole bunch of stuff for their man and didn't give a crap about them either. So,
Like I said, I could be wrong. I don't know if a man can love a woman just as much as a man can. If a woman can love, like, you see, because I'm thinking about it, and it's like a man can't match a woman's love because a woman has more. They have more feelings. They
they have
care
more emotions.
Yeah, so it's like how a man cannot match that love.
I'll be honest with you. That's another reason why I disagree. Is because we don't know. You and I are men. We don't know what a woman feels. So, like, in terms of like knowing if how that actually feels inside, to know, and then we can't. It's not like you could jump from body to body, be like, man, I was a woman one day and I really felt that love for that guy. Different from
women cry more. Women cry harder. Women like they really catch these feelings. They express it. Women express that shit. So that's how men know.
Well, socially, they're acceptable. It's acceptable for them to cry in public
because they love like super hard. Men just.
I've seen dudes cry for women though.
Yeah, but I think that's all just like but women don't even like men that cry.
But it's not.
Women get turned off.
Yeah, okay, but that's the whole. But that doesn't mean men are less emotional because women don't like it.
Of course,
maybe if anything,
a man would die for his woman and his kids and all that, but
and a woman wouldn't.
Yeah, but it's a different love though. Like they love. Women will like love a man over crazy shit.
I can see how their love can be greater because women are better.
That's yeah.
Only because they're great. They're better caretakers. Like
yes,
when they have kids, they're the best caretakers for kids.
That's what I mean.
That's what they always say. Men can't like.
That's why women's love is different.
Men are the worst babysitters type of stuff.
No, that's a lie right there.
I'm just saying in terms of like majority of the women and majority of people like take care of kids are women. Like teachers, majority of teachers are women. Majority of preschool kids, like if you had to take your kids to preschool, you saw a dude there, you're gonna keep the kids.
That's the thing.
You'd be more comfortable for a woman there.
Yeah, but they have studies that say like men are almost as better as good.
Men can be good. I mean, but I just see that as majority of that career has always been women based,
dominated by because you will
just like construction is man based.
All right, yeah, because automatically you would think heavy stuff. Where's the man at?
Yeah,
and you would think okay, there's kids, there's babies. Okay,
where the women, the mother thing. Yeah,
that's okay. Yeah.
So I mean, I that's where I agree, but I'm just the only problem I'm just saying is just again I don't know what it feels like to be a woman, so I can't say. It would be good to hear a woman's representation.
Like when a woman says she loves you, you can't be like she likes you. I mean, you can't be like I like you though. I think men want to say that, but we have to make sure their feelings are good. We have to say I love you.
I don't know. All right. I think that's where the insensitivity comes from. Because if somebody pours out their love, now if you just started a relationship,
but you will still die for that
hold
person.
on.
You still like that person.
If you just started a relationship with somebody,
right.
3 days into the relationship, 3 weeks into the relationship, maybe a month or 2 months into the relationship, and she's like, "I love you," then that doesn't make any sense to be like, "Yeah, I love you," because maybe you don't feel that way. But if it's been 3, 5 years, you guys had kids, and you're still at that level where you're like, "I like you."
For a woman,
that's different.
For a woman, love at first sight is for real. For a guy, that's true. We can like you.
All right, let me ask you a question.
A lot.
So it's not love at first sight for you. It's more like I could bone her type of stuff.
Basically.
So when a woman's like, I could love this dude forever by seeing the guy for the first time,
he's like,
you're like, I could bone this chick forever.
I could fuck her behind that.
So so a guy's thinking different
all day. Yes, it's a different. I'm telling you, yo, it's.
When a woman's picturing going down the aisle with a man, the guy's actually taking her behind the.
Yep, in the fucking kitchen.
I don't know. There's been women that I've been attracted to that was like.
When a woman loves you, she's going to do everything that you want to do. And
I don't know.
She wants. Remember, she has to fall in love with you because you are the one that's like.
Yeah, she's the one that has to choose the mate. She's the one. Yeah.
Women she chooses, but it's like a weird choose. Like it's like she is like I don't know. It's like a man is like choose me, but she still have to be like. It's so weird. Like you know how like women go out and they look pretty, and then they want the right guy to approach them, and then that right guy still have to fucking try to get her.
Yeah,
that's like
It's like the mating scene for every species on planet Earth that has to try to the male has to try to do something to get the female to accept him.
It's like.
But at the same time, because you kind of jumped it, I think love at first sight can still happen with a man. Because for instance, there has been women that, when I first saw them, all I wanted was sex from them. But then there's been women that I saw them, and I was like, I can literally chill with her for quite some time. All right, for instance, there's a girl that I'm attracted to at my job.
Right.
I'm not attracted. First sight, there was some sexual desires. But the more I got to know her character, I'm like, I could chill with her because she's chill. She's not a worldly type of person.
Right.
She's very soft spoken, and she holds down a job.
Right.
So that means that she's more of a person that that's kind of like in the same wavelength. But I think it's just who you meet determines on that.
I think men adapted to the fact that we have to actually gotta love.
You think we adapted to the whole love thing?
Yeah. Women always had the love thing. They always had that feeling like, I can't express it, but I want him. Or, but then it made the word love, right? But back then it was like, I'm the man, I have to go out and do this and do that and do this and do that. And then she will be like, it's when the fuck when love came out, who said this means love? This feeling means love? What was before that?
You could check a lot of ancient texts and there's a lot of romantic stories.
But somebody had to say, that was romantic. Somebody had to come up with the word romantic to say that's romantic.
Obviously there's an actual language had to form it, but I think love is a real existing thing. I don't think it's a social construct. I think it's a real emotion people feel together. I think it's just as natural as being angry, loving anger. Just as much as you're angry with somebody, you can love somebody with so much unconditional. Like when you see your kids, you love them unconditionally. I think it's the same thing when you have a wife and you really love her because you can actually love your wife. I think the difference is that your kids will always be your kids, whether you broke up with your wife or not. Your wife can stop being your wife.
That's what I'm saying. That's the difference. That's you will always be there for your children, but you will never feel that love for your wife or your husband. But why would you even that's why men shouldn't have to say that, because we only say that to I love you too so I can match your love, so you know that I'm matching your love. That's why I want to marry you.
I never felt to say love to someone was something to feel like I need to match what you.
You never wanted to say I like you to your wife. I like you a lot. I like you a lot.
I'll be honest with you. Saying to someone that loves you, and especially if it's a mutual Like if it's been a 2-3 years relationship, somebody says I like you, I think it's very wrong to say.
But it's not wrong. That's how you feel. That's a real feeling.
Then you
liking someone can be way better. All right, you know what's crazy?
You know what it is?
You could be.
I think what it is. I'll be honest with Kareem. I think what it is that you never met someone you love. Oh yeah, sorry. Sice.
Now you gotta edit that whole shit.
Edit. We're gonna edit names out. So if you see it split, it's the names is because of whatever.
But, anyway.
I think Sice. The reason why is because you have not met someone that you've been in love with.
Listen, dude. I know how love feels, right? Women bitch men up to that.
So you
point.
Never felt. All right. So here's the thing: can you legitimately say that you never been in love with anyone that you've been with? You never felt the need to say love to someone that you've been with.
Here's the thing: I'll tell you something better.
No. Just have you been with somebody that you? Because you're basically you say men shouldn't have to say love if they don't feel it, which makes sense. But you're also trying to make it seem like as if men can never love a woman.
Men can have strong feelings, like
that's love.
Right.
Strong feelings is love. It's not I like you incredibly. If I like somebody incredibly a lot, that means I love them. I'll die over you.
They're gonna be like, this dude doesn't make no fucking sense.
No, I mean obviously if I'm a dude off the street, never met you before, and I'm saying I'm gonna die for you, that's different. But if I'm with a woman who's been with me and we've been through a lot of stuff,
if a man likes you, that's the highest level that you should fucking.
So the
as
highest
a woman,
level,
that's the highest level. That's the highest level.
So with men, it's basically don't like.
When you start liking, when you stop liking her,
don't like, really like.
Look, when
like,
you
like.
All right, when you go from I like this girl, I like her a lot. Then it goes. Then you be like, I love her, whatever.
So is it like?
Liking is like exciting for a man.
So how don't you
like that?
So
girl.
why don't you just say this? I like you times 10, or I like you as.
That's all I'm saying.
But to say something like that.
That's all I'm saying. Like, why can't I say that?
But you say like it's you know why? Because a lot of
you
people
don't want to hurt her feelings.
Not only that, a lot of people look at like as like I like Batman. I like the fact that my cat is cool. Like, stuff like that. Like you don't like I'm saying like.
And that's the thing. You don't want to compare your girlfriend or your wife to little shit that you like, but that really makes sense. So it's like then, you don't want to hurt their feelings.
Then I bet. I think
you have to match their love. You have to match their love.
Okay, so if you don't want to say like because somehow it doesn't compute to you, then just tell them I like you a lot.
It's just all. It's just more about being honest. Like, listen.
I think it's a choice of words.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying.
I like you a lot.
That's why you got to match their
times
shit.
10. Like if somebody said I love you and they say I like you times 1,000, that sounds reasonable. But again, I'm a man and I don't know what a woman's taking. I don't know if a woman's gonna be like, that sounds reasonable.
When a woman hears that when a woman be like,
if any woman is listening to this, don't
listen to me.
Please comment below on whether like is okay, like times 10, like times 1,000 is equivalent enough for a man to say when a woman says they love.
Every chick on here that's gonna listen is gonna be like, I don't want my man to say they like me. I want him to love me.
Okay. So here's the thing. What is wrong with saying love? It's like let me ask you a question. Is love like simping out?
It's kind of like that.
I knew it. So love to you is equal.
No, it's not simping. It's not simping. Because you would die for her. I would die for her.
All right. So,
why do I have to go the extra mile and just pretend be this person?
You sound like this dude that doesn't want to get in touch with his emotions. All I'm saying.
No, I am emotionally.
Okay. Here's the thing. Anything that you're willing to die for is something that you love. Anything that you're willing to die is something that who the hell is gonna die for something that they're okay with?
Love is a dangerous word to say. Love.
It's not a dangerous word.
KRS once said, "Love is going to get you."
Sice is very jaded because
I'm not jaded.
He was in love with someone.
I'm just trying to understand. If you love somebody and they love you back, y'all should never be broken up.
There he goes to pain. I knew it was gonna come out somewhere.
No, that's for everybody.
So you say once somebody says they.
So why
love,
you use love?
So you're saying once somebody says they love you,
that's it. That means
they
that's
should
it.
never ever
They
break
should
apart.
never be
broken
ever.
Because love should never be broken.
So why should I use love? Why can't I just use like? Because I feel the same way for you.
So like is basically the fear of love.
No, it's not. It's being honest. It's more like an honest thing. Listen, I like you. I want to be with you forever. I like you.
Have you been getting a lot of problems with saying I like
love?
you? No, like. A lot of people be like, yo, you only saying I like when I say I love. Is that
maybe men should start saying they like more so they can understand what they're doing. Because if they fucking this chick and like being around her, oh, I love you, but then they break up, what the fuck? Just like the person, and then you probably will like her 10 times. Way more. You won't have to sit there and be like, I love you, B, but B, you don't have to be like, sometimes a lot of guys be in love with this idea of being in love. And that's where it fucks up. And she might be like just, yeah, he loves me. I got my hand all around this motherfucker's brain.
And then you just use examples as treacherous people. That's how
it's not.
You just think like as soon as a woman hears love, they're gonna turn into a treacherous person, and they're gonna start like hurting the person as much as they can.
No.
Listen, first of all, if you're willing to die for anything, that has to be love. If you wanted to die for anything, there's no way I'm gonna die for something I like. I'm not gonna die for Batman.
Why like is such a
I'm not gonna die for
thing
Fallout the game. I'm not gonna die for Warzone. I could say I like Warzone, but if somebody said that you have to sell your soul to the hellfire,
so you're gonna
for
love somebody
Warzone
to break up with them,
huh?
You're gonna love someone to break up with them.
No, here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. You're saying that love is basically a commitment. Once you say the word love is forever. Well, here's the thing. I personally believe when two people love each other, it is forever. Even when they break up, I think it's forever. That's why a lot of couples, when they break up, they're very angry with each other because it's that emotion that they can never express to each other. It's like that certain line that has been breached that they now long. That's why love, the opposite of love, is hate, because that emotion has been spurned that hard. But in the end, I really personally think, like, I personally believe that they still have some kind of love inside for each other. What? Like, for instance, I'm divorced. I'm no longer with my wife. I still love her. I'm not with her, but I still love her. Why? Because she was a good woman, and she was good to my kids. Things of that nature. We're not together. I don't want to be back with her, but I still love her. Because why? Because there was a love that we had when we had kids, and it's still So look, you don't have to be with the person to love the person. I mean, there's people that you love your mother. You're not with your mother right now. Your mother's somewhere else. So love doesn't have to be like this consistent connection that you have to have.
Will it be wrong just to use love only towards your family? Because that's love. Loving your family, you can get into crazy fights, arguments, and still be like, that's my family. I still will have their back if they get into anything.
I mean, but if that's the rules that you want to live by, that's
I don't
why
want to live by the rules. I mean, like, yo, listen. At the end of the fucking day, if I see a chick and then I start to like her, I'm going to play that part of I love you.
I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing.
But I'm just saying, why? Why can't I just like you? Why can't I say I like you?
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I mean, what are you talking about? Here's the thing. How long do you think it takes before you can actually say you love someone?
See, I think that's that right there. Okay, look, you have to make that girl fall in love with you, which is the normal thing, right? Okay. And then when she does, she says she loves you.
So why are you now? You
gotta say it. You have to say it because she says it.
Well, because she made that. She did. All right. Here's the other thing.
You're lovable. Right. You made her love you.
So you're just standing there and you're just like a teddy bear, and all of a sudden she just loves you for no reason.
She loves you for the reasons that whatever you was doing.
And then you like her for the reasons that she was doing for you.
What the fuck is wrong with that? Like, what is wrong with that?
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that.
But if you say that to her, she will look at you like you're fucking crazy.
Okay, it's like this. if I work a job and I do a whole bunch of stuff, and my job is like, in my job, my boss is like, if you keep working harder and you do stuff, you're gonna get a promotion, you're gonna get a raise. That's right now I like you, so you're working hard just so I can like you. And then I go above and beyond the Call of Duty. I come in there late at night. I work extra hours, and next thing you know, here it is, a month later, 2 months later, 3 months later, or a year later. I've been doing all this, and he's just like, I like you still. How do you think? How would you feel if you did all that and your boss just said, there's no raise, there's no promotion for you. You're still at the like stage. You're still at the acceptable. Even though you went above and beyond the Call of Duty to the point that even the boss recommends you, like, man, I don't want to lose you because if any other company gets you, I'm going to lose a great worker.
So I'm supposed to demand him to give me more now.
No, what I'm saying is, if the person has done a lot to prove to you that to gain your love, to say that you like them is kind of like a slap in the face for all the efforts that they've done to because here's the other thing, the other flip side. A woman could walk away and find another dude. It is easy for women to find other dudes. But if a woman commits her like a whole fucking month, a year, sticking with one guy, being with him, committing herself to him, then for a man to just be like, yeah, I like you.
No.
That's kind of like...
He doesn't say it like that. I like you. Get the fuck out of here.
All right, so how would you say...
I like the things you do.
All right, so a woman says she loves you.
I just like you. That's it.
All right, so a woman says she loves you after all the shit that she's done. And what is your response? Okay, she's not trying to put pressure on you, but she's done a lot, and she comes to...
You know what my response is?
And for the whole fucking year, year, she hasn't said she loves you.
Okay.
She feels like she's like, I know Slice. Slice is like this kind of guy that he's been, he's
sometimes you gotta communicate. You gotta communicate. Make sure you don't understand.
Okay, so in a relationship, you're like, listen.
I don't use the word love.
I don't use the word love, but a year into the relationship, 2 years into the relationship, let's even talk about. Let's even go to the point that you guys talk about getting married. All right, you've talked about getting married, and then she says she loves you, and you're still. And how's your response on that one?
Jesus.
How would you just...
No. I'm just playing.
There's no way. There's
no. I'm not going to say that.
But you're a living example. There's no way to say I like you in response to love.
Yes, it is.
There's no way.
All right. It is. Listen.
I wish there was...
You don't say I like you. You just say, listen.
Right.
You mean the world to me.
All right. So she means...
And I will forever have you.
Okay. So you're saying that...
I will never, ever do anything to hurt
that.
That.
And then in the end... Because you're gonna have to see. You're gonna have to finish that.
At the end,
you're gonna have to
the
finish.
end. This is the end.
Okay.
Look, this is the end. The end is I'm gonna ride this bitch to the wheels.
So you're never gonna say the word. You're just gonna try to spin around it. You're gonna be
it's
like,
not about. First of all, I didn't spin around the word. I said everything that was real right there.
Okay, so you're saying after she broke the word, said I love you. You were like, I've been around the world. I'll die for you. I'm a ride or die. You're the kind of person I want to be with for the rest of my life.
Right. And then here's the thing.
Can we go to McDonald's?
No. And here's the thing. After I say all that, I'm gonna say, look, I'm gonna say I'm gonna do all that, and only thing I need you to do is love me. Boom. That's it.
So you're gonna say, love me, but you're not gonna really expect her to say, okay. So
listen, if she said I love you, and I said, listen, I will do everything for you. I will do everything that I can to make you feel important into my life.
But at the same time, I think also this person that's committing themselves like that.
I think that sounds way better than saying love, because that sounds better than saying love. Like, I love you, baby. I love you too. No. If she says, listen, I love you, and then you be like, listen, let me tell you something. I will die for you. I will make sure
don't
everything.
Say love.
Men should just explain what they would do for their woman that loves them. I think that's way better. I think that sounds better.
I think in the beginning in a relationship, you should be like, I'm not into like this lovey-dove stuff. You know, I'm not into cushy mushy. I don't want to.
That's what women do. That's what women.
Yeah, they could be that.
Women
they're not
going to
expect. Yeah, they're not going to expect you to be like, oh, I love you too, and stuff.
When women see you do that, be like, get the fuck off.
Okay, so that's your principles. That's what you.
But here's the thing, though. But if she says I love you, I think that a man should respond and to say, A man response.
How about
should be,
ditto? What about ditto? Like,
no, that is
I love you.
absolutely
Ditto.
fucked up.
Ditto. Ditto.
No,
Baby,
the
ditto.
guy should be like, look, I will cherish every day with you, and I will love. Nah! No, I would cherish every day with you, and I would die for you. I would spend the rest of my life with you.
Okay.
I don't see nobody but you in my path.
All right.
And then that's it.
And to be honest with you,
that sounds way better
like
than
love, though.
Exactly, but you're not saying it.
Okay,
you're just
so
explaining how you feel.
Okay, so you're talking about like a kind of like a mind trick game. Like,
it's not a mind trick. You're telling her how you feel about her. You just not saying love.
So men don't say love. Just
Men
say
shouldn't
what you're
say
gonna
love.
do.
Men shouldn't say love. Men should just say what
Right.
we. You know how crazy.
So
and
men can
better
love
that-
women, but they shouldn't say they love.
They shouldn't express how they feel like how women do. I love you. That's
Because
all
you
in
feel,
one.
Because you feel like you're giving up too much.
You're giving up too much.
And she's gonna look at it like,
She don't want to hear.
He's a
I don't think
softie.
she don't want. I think she want to hear you. I think she want to. She just want
she wants to feel
a
safe
man.
with.
She wants to feel security, feel that security and all that shit and all that good stuff.
But you're
right?
also feeling the security while saying, I'm willing to stick with you, work really hard with this relationship, whatever.
But it has to be. But it has
So
to
you're
come from the
describing.
right page. It has to come from the right.
Where
place.
she's giving you the word love, you're describing the
What?
actions of love.
Yeah. How do you gotta say it like that?
Yeah, exactly.
You are expressing your feelings to her
You're expressing the
without
actions of
using
love.
love. You
Yeah,
just telling her what
I'm
you
committed
would
to
do
you.
for
I'll
her.
die for you.
Just don't use
But in
love.
many ways, I'll be honest with you, it does sound like you're simping. I mean, simps die for the ones that they love. They head over heels. Simps only commit to that one person. In terms of definition of what you're talking about with the simping.
But I think if you explain how you feel like that, like explain how you feel, I think she would look at you different.
All
I
right,
think she
women.
would be like, "Oh, this guy."
If any
for
women
real.
are listening, 1-800 Sice for
Oh my
Say Love,
goodness, it's
and
not.
1-800
See, you just hit me with that stick because you use the same
1-800
thing.
Dr. Pseudo for You Should Say Love. I don't know.
I don't think. Do you want to listen to the recording?
No, we're gonna keep going until we're done.
Okay.
But cause like I mean, we're not gonna go into a point where, I mean, I see where you're coming from in terms of, cause I do understand what you're talking about. There's many
It's
women.
kind of like it's kind of like the
There's
same
been a
thing.
lot of jokes about women who, all of a sudden, don't like men when they're too emotional, or
Yeah.
they just become, somewhat, when they become all that lovey-dovey, it turns with certain women off.
And I think that the man should say that one time. One time.
That's it?
Yep.
Oh my God.
He should say that one fucking.
So
Maybe twice if they get married. But he should say it that time, right? And then, because remember, she's in love with him. But what did she do for him to love her? Have sex? This and that? Give a charity? It's like, okay, like he did the most to get you. And the only thing he did was have sex with her, make him feel good, kiss his neck, do the stuff that, that's cool.
That's a woman with no other values but to be sexual.
Not sexual, but she of course she
Well,
made
obviously
him feel,
some women do more than that. They're not gonna just be sexual. They're gonna be cooking for you, cleaning the house.
But and today a man could do that. A man could do all that shit by himself. But all I'm saying is that at the end of the day, he still got to do the most to make her, like, to make her fall in
I
love
don't know.
with him.
There's certain dudes that just women. I mean, if he is who he is, they just love him. I mean,
Yeah, like that's
You don't have just a lot of women who are in love with dudes who don't do shit. So what are you talking about?
Well, they doing shit. They doing it. Just doing some shit that we're not doing. They doing some shit
They're laying it down. They're laying it down.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. If you're fucking, if your shit is about 10 inches long,
Oh my God.
then you have nothing to fucking worry about.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
What you mean you don't know about that?
What I'm just saying, because I mean, I've been with my relationships was pretty long, and I'm not like fucking porn model endowed and shit. But like, I mean, I had women that just stayed with me, so I mean, I was obviously doing something right. So it's not. I don't think it's all You gotta have the 10-inch dick
But,
and shit like
you know,
that. You gotta be. You know what? You gotta satisfy the woman in bed. That is one. I'll be honest with you. In any relationship, you gotta be able to satisfy your partner in bed. That's. I mean, whether your penis is like super long or whatever, you gotta be able to make the woman go, gosh dang, I'm done for. You know, like she's tired, she's whoosh, woo. You know, they had a good time when they were in bed with you. And even in the 5-year relationship, it spans. You got to keep it dynamic, keep it going. But also, the relationship has to be dynamic in itself, like doing things with the woman. It's not all sexual. It's got to be also the things you do with the person.
That's good.
But like, and you know, if we were talking about like what am I doing? What are we doing wrong? What is these guys doing right? I don't try to compare it to, because like I see some of these guys that's in relationships. It's because they're with women who are like them. Like I see, you know, homeless guys with homeless women, crackhead guys with crackhead women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's birds of a feather. It just comes down to birds of a feather, you know?
I guess so. All right, so basically, just say I love you, and if she wants to be with you, you should be happy. If she leaves, then be happy about the time that you had together.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna reject that belief. I mean, I definitely understand that. But I don't see. What about if you marry her? You don't want to say I love you.
You know, fuck it. I'm wrong. You could just say I love you. You know, and then just hope. Just hope for the best. It's hope that she continue. Because this hope that she will continue loving you and she doesn't get bored. Hope that she enjoys your sex and didn't find it somewhere else.
Bro, you also got to remember, life changes and people's emotions change. So there's gonna be a time somebody loves you, and there's gonna be a time somebody.
So why can't I just like you, knowing that there's a 90% chance that you can change, that she can change?
Well, then I don't see anything wrong with that. I mean, but I think at the end you need to express to the person how you don't want to say that, because in the end there's gonna be a point of time where the person's like, I've been saying I love you for the longest, and you never said anything to me like that. You just say I like you, or what you're gonna do for me. I want to hear that word, I love you. They're gonna say that something. They're not gonna all be like, that's how he is.
I mean, yeah.
They're not gonna be like, after a while. Yeah, they might be like that, but after a while, they're gonna be like wanting to know.
But I mean,
if
you're taking care of them, they're gonna know that you're serious about them.
You know what? I would say the best standards for you is. I mean, I get it. I get it. I would say the best standards to actually, if you're not gonna be a guy that's ever gonna say you love the person. Let them know that that's how you are in a relationship. Maybe let them know that, you know, I said this to someone before and it hurt me. And I just know how I am when I start saying that word.
Right.
That makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because eventually that's also going to be a continuation. Women don't want to hear. But they're going to want to hear the guy never tell them that they love them. They're going to be with you for 10 years, have kids with you. They already got a ring on the finger. And, you know, you're growing old together. And you're going to be like, I still like you a lot.
Yep.
That's going to be a point of contention. She's going to consistently be jaded about that.
I don't think so.
Well, then she will be.
You
know what?
You're going to
be
on her mind every day.
You know what? You are right, because even if you haven't said you loved her and it's been that long of a relationship, then she'll know he's not a guy that likes to express love. But he does it by his actions.
That's my guy.
All right. I mean, there's not much of a problem. But understand that it will be something that will be brought up eventually.
You know, if another dude go up to her and say, I love you, she'll be like, get the bitch ass away from me.
Oh, my God. So you basically saying men saying they love a woman is being a bitch.
No, I'm just fucking around.
Simping out.
No.
No, here's the thing, though. As much as I disagree, I see where it comes from. I definitely see where it comes from. It comes from the whole idea that women don't like emotional men. Men don't like women. A lot of women.
A woman can sit there and say she like emotional men, but her pussy gets dry when he cries.
I don't know about every woman. I
think it's like a lot of women, because every woman always gonna want we are still animals. Every woman want that type of guy that every woman wants that protector.
Every woman wants the alpha male. That's what. It
doesn't have to be an alpha male. He could just be him. He could just be. Listen, I don't take no shit from nobody. Whoever fuck with mine, I'ma fuck with them. Women like men like
But
that.
as soon as
All
you-
women like men like that.
As soon as you cry,
Nerds.
So okay, so are you saying when you say you love your kids, she's gonna be like, oh, my pussy's dry. I don't even want to be with them.
Shut the fuck. No.
Stop using this because this is for my.
No. It's not that. No.
All right.
No.
But if you say you love the woman that you're with, it's a point where she's no longer
how
attracted
she's going to
you.
react to that? She gonna be like, okay, another step.
And then I'm going back to where it's the women that you pick. Whoever if you're picking women like her, like the Baroness, she's gonna not like that because she's into all that tough leather exterior, never emotional, always about fighting and stuff like that. Yeah, but if you pick a woman who's sensitive,
if you make a woman that's a fighter fall in love with you, you don't have to say I love you to that girl.
I don't know.
She loves everything you do because you're a fighter too.
She's like, that's the fighter's code. We don't say love.
No, that's gonna be her code. Like this
a
guy.
ninja code.
You know what? I could be 100% wrong, or I could be 50-50, or I could be 100% right.
I didn't. Here's the thing though. Just because I'm saying these things doesn't mean I think that you're 100% wrong. I see where you're coming from. I'm just saying. It's
You
just
want me to explain it better. I really can't really explain it.
You've already explained it. I got it. I understand. You're not into saying I love you. Yeah, there's a lot of guys.
No, it's not about
into
me.
saying
It's like, okay.
You think
I wouldn't mind
all right, here's the
saying
part that I
I
don't
love
like
you
is that you think all women are going to be like turned off by a guy saying that they love him.
No.
Like, as soon as he
fact,
said I love
yeah.
you, that's it. I'm
think
done.
so.
He shouldn't have said it.
I think so. No, because I thought about it, and because all women want that man. Want a man. A woman don't want no bum.
All women want a man because we got lesbians, but like
all lesbians want a man like chick.
Not necessarily. You got the women who like women, like feminine women. You got the lesbian women who like feminine women.
You mean like because usually every time I see like two women together, it's like
one takes like a man role and the other one takes
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
All the time.
Yeah, I'm just saying that it doesn't mean that they're not insensitive.
If you see two chicks look like dressed up, that's Halloween shit. That's Halloween.
I think I've seen two lesbians that were both feminine.
Make sure you edit that shit out.
No, I mean I'm defending the lesbians, so it's not like if I agree with you, it's like lesbians are the same, they're all the same. Then then I could say that's wrong.
Okay, two gay chicks, right? Mm-hmm. One is going to have the traits like a guy. Now, say if they both dressed like just regular, not regular, but like working class women. Mm-hmm. The women's uniform when they in the business, banks, dress pants, right?
Okay.
So if they both have that on, you would not think that they were gay. You would think that they were just friends or just people together.
Are you saying that they're both wearing male-like clothing?
No, like fashion changes every day. Like the dress pants for women business wear is like in now. So usually it'd be like a long dress, strong women type look. Now the strong women type look is the pants look, like the dress business woman look.
Yeah, I know.
It's I can't really explain it. I think I just did the best right there.
And they were melding off into something else that we don't know because we're both not women and we both don't know about lesbian life. But I mean, from what I'm seeing,
every time I see two chicks that was in love with each other, one was more like a guy, looked like a dude.
I did see two women who were very feminine.
That's what I'm saying.
But they were both feminine. It wasn't like one took a male role and the other one. I seen two women together. They both were both feminine.
I don't even know where I was going with that because I'm just all the way off.
But at the same time, it's a territory that we know nothing about. We're both not women, and we both know nothing about.
But we do. But we're capable of studying it and learning about.
Yeah, we're just seeing from the outside. But I've seen women who are both women like
gay cousins.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying. See, women. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. A lot of times when I hear people talk like this, I feel like they've only been around certain places. Right. Like I've been to New York City and different places where I've seen a variety of different types of walk of life.
I've been to Soho,
so I've seen relationships where I've seen two women together. One was very man-like and the other one feminine.
I got men that are gay.
But I'm also saying that not all lesbian couples are male female. Like,
Right.
So sometimes I
Right.
see two female like they're both feminine, and it's not a Halloween thing. It's just they're both feminine like. You know.
That's kind of cool. So like, to be like that's not bad.
I've seen gay dudes. Same thing. You couldn't tell which one was the masculine and the feminine.
That's funny to see.
Masculine, feminine.
That's pretty funny. That's some funny
Yeah,
shit.
be careful being canceled by saying it's funny. But
Make sure you edit that shit out then.
No, I'm not gonna edit that out. I'm gonna let you get.
You just want me to get fuck you, and you said my.
Listen, it ain't that bad. People, you're just expressing something that you know from your experience. One thing that I do try to advocate in certain.
Why did I do this fucking show?
No, it's just basically like
I got canceled before even making it.
No. It's just you have to, by admitting your ignorance to certain things is part of life.
No, but I'm not being like evil about anything, or it's just like just.
I would just say until
I'm well educated about all this stuff.
Okay.
But like, because you said two dudes, right, that just look like they're best friends. But they're both gay.
Yeah.
Even women be like, them motherfuckers over there on down low. Even women say, women make fun of that shit more than guys do, right?
I don't know, because I don't hang out with women like that. Like, I'm not like having the girl talk with just girls. You are just the fucking
most perfect mother.
How is that perfect?
I don't hang out with girls to know that.
No,
I've been around women that say, that dude, that gay dude, he on the low. He is on the low. That gay.
All right.
There's stuff like that.
I'm not saying that they never did that, but I also said I never witnessed.
But we just live in a world where
what you're saying
women can
a lot
say
more
shit
women
like that.
say things like that.
Women can say things, and women can say the same thing that a man say, and then a woman can say, like, this is what today is. Like I said. Today, everything what a man is wrong. And what everything a woman is right. So she can say everything and be great. And a guy can't say shit. That's why men get canceled the most.
No. All right. I mean, so you're saying that nowadays women might have more power than men?
Men, they do have more power. What are you saying? That's not... It's happening.
In terms of what? Like, in terms of
it doesn't even matter. Speech. Anything.
Speech. Well, we still have men presidents. We still have men in charge of corporations. We still have men lead actors.
That's different. No, the best actors are women. That's a fact. But it's
some of the best actors are men, actually.
No.
All right. Well, you do have women actors. Yeah, they have won awards. I'm not going to say all women are bad. There, you do have a lot of women who won awards. There's a lot of women actors. Who are great. I'm not going to say that they were less than anything like that. I'm just saying that you're saying that the powers has changed to the point that women have all the power and men have very little.
It was like this. Women want what men have, right? And
everybody wants what have.
And they got
people
that.
Want what white people have.
And then they got that. And now it's like they want more to the point where I want so much, I don't want you to say nothing about me wanting more. Like, I can't question women. Say, okay, listen, you have this much right. You can say this, you can say that, and I think that's pretty wrong because the only thing you wanted was for me to treat you.
What more are you talking about? What more are you talking about?
Look, okay, it'd be like, like this, for example. She wants to make $20 just like that guy makes $20. Mm-hmm. Okay, boom, that's done. Now she wants to take the head guy's seat take the CEO seat without even working hard. But they don't want you to question it because they feel like, listen, if they think that the reason why that guy got there is because he was put there because he's a guy. They don't know he worked hard to get there like every other guy. So you think that
women are just thinking men are getting promotions just because they're men?
Yeah, that's what I think is going on. But they feel like, I want this because I'm a woman, bro. And then if you don't like it, then you must be a misogynist.
I can tell you this right now. That sounds like the example that's happening in the women's NBA.
Okay,
because that is a big controversy. And that's where
it's like that all over.
Because here's the thing, we got to give an example of what we're talking about. Because this general talk, my breath smells. Is that what you're saying?
No, my breath smells. You got anything to drink?
I don't have anything. That's what I offered. I gotta get something.
I don't want no milk that you drunk out of, dude.
Oh yeah, that's right.
the,
I forgot that chick had a check.
Here you go, yo. You want some milk? I'm looking at you like you just drunk out that shit.
I forgot.
You didn't even brush your teeth and you just drunk out the milk.
Oh my gosh, I didn't brush my teeth. My breath.
I mean, I don't know if you did. I was just bullshit.
But like, okay, so you want to take a break and get something to eat or something or what? Because you're like.
What about you?
I'm not that hungry.
I just wanted something to drink, but we don't gotta take no break. It's cool.
I'm cool too. But you're like holding your breath.
You got any gum?
No, but I normally do, and so this is weird that the one day I forget to have gum. Listen, dude, I'm not smelling your breath. I can't smell it, so I'm not in that realm where I'm like.
Oh, you're not in the breath
smelling. Sice's breath smells. No, I'm not saying there's nothing like that in me.
Listen, people.
Plus, where we're sitting, we're not even.
Listen, people. This is just a test on. How
I'll
cool
just edit
we.
the name out. If any name I say out by mistake.
Wait, why can I pull the fucking mic to my?
Because you're putting it. When it goes like that, that means you're like super loud. Anyway.
That's the whole point.
Oh my goodness, the fact that you can hear it like that's good. But
I don't know.
So where were we? I think the best because like when you're saying like women in general just want more, I think everybody in the whole wide world wants more. Everybody in the whole wide world now. We want to put this in the context of something that makes something tangible sense.
Okay.
That where you're saying that sounds all outlandish.
Right.
And this is where I see I see your point where it does sound outlandish.
Right.
Where the women's NBA, women's basketball.
Right.
Where because it's making the sound, it's making that ripple sound on the thing. So like in women's basketball.
Yo, I'm not like a fucking 5-year-old. You ain't gotta take it away.
No, it's just because the sound is just making. The more you move it, I just try to end the sound. But anyway. Like in women's basketball, I see that the point doesn't make any sense because the NBA men's basketball makes more money.
Right.
Because you got the highlights, you got the audience, you got the endorsements, and that's all because the men's basketball playing games performs in such a way that it brings that kind of crowd. When women's NBA doesn't bring that kind of crowd. There's not a lot of camaraderie going around with it, but yet they want more. They want as much as the NBA guy gets.
Right.
But they're not willing to take the steps to get there.
Like lower the rim.
A lot of people's been saying lower the rim, but a lot of women feel like that's unnecessary. But yeah, it sounds funny. But this is where I see where you're coming from.
Right.
Where,
that's where that example argument makes sense on that.
Yeah, where that
you want to know why a woman at a job wants.
All right, and then the other situation in the corporate world,
right?
Women probably, So with the NBA situation, I know very little about.
It's the same thing. Women want.
In the corporate world, some women want as much as the CEO wants, but a lot of them get married and then have babies and they have a lot more time off. Sometimes they end up ending their career because they're handling the child by themselves. But you also have women who sacrifice having children. They don't want to have children. They just want to be a business person.
But you know what's crazy? Women that sacrifice the family thing end up, like, when they, get old, and the only thing they have to show is, like, they accomplish achievements. Their family get to see it, but they don't have, like, actual kids, unless they have, like, I don't know, adopt kids, right?
Yeah. They can always adopt a kid.
That's cool, but what's better than your real?
I mean, but it's also depending on a person's value. I mean, if a woman cares about having, being a successful business person and things of that nature, doesn't want kids, then she, at the end of her life, she's like, I did what I did, and I had a good time. Traveled the world, seen everything, owned houses, multi-millionaire.
But everyone always say that, where's, like, my son? Where's
a lot of times they end up
my husband.
I don't know.
Old people.
There are people who regret it. I remember I met a woman.
When you get old, you're gonna want where's my children?
Yeah, I mean a lot of people probably be like that.
My grandmother, where's my babies?
Yeah.
Not where's
but I don't
my
think it's
fucking...
everybody. I think when you make that decision to not have kids and just pursue a career and just
there's nothing wrong with that. That's
but what
great.
I'm saying is even at the because I actually listened on NPR News like 2 weeks ago. A woman who actually lived a successful life, never had kids. She had virtual kids, like people who she like worked around, who she kind of like adopted as a child, like not like, oh, you're now my child, but more like it became a kinship relationship where that person was her child. She didn't regret having kids because she lived a very fruitful life.
Is that, you think that's sad or that's okay? Like,
I don't think it's sad. I think it's sad only when somebody turns around at the end of their life and be like, I wish I had kids. Because I did meet a woman that never had kids, and she was very depressed because she never had kids. Now, that is a sad situation. When you get too old, you can't have kids, and then you're just like, damn, I wish I'd have done something to have kids. But I think once you make that decision when you're younger that you want to pursue a career and you don't want kids, then you got to understand that that's the consequences that you made to decide it. But at the same time, you can always adopt a child. You know what I'm saying? You get old, you can't have kids. You could be like, well, let me adopt a child. But then here's the thing. When are you going to take the time to raise a child? When are you going to take the time to actually bond with the child? Because raising is much different than bonding.
Is it like you fall in love with the idea of having, like when you say they adopt and then bond, but I think like they just in love with the idea of having like a little one around the house, like they have this.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
But you could be in love with that idea. But imagine what's better than having someone look like you running around. That's not an idea. That's actually
what's better than having someone that look like me running around.
That came out of you.
Having my own island, living on a yacht.
That's better.
Better, I would say, in terms of what could equalize not having a child would
Money?
be living a very rich life.
Rich people know that family is fucking important.
I'm just saying. Listen, I'm not trying to say whether I'm just saying if I didn't have a child and I made the decision to just be a career person, then yeah, I'm going to try to reach to the toppest level that I can be to have that fulfilled life, a wonderful memory, travel around the world.
Who
met
put
different
that
people.
idea in women's brain where, listen, you don't have to have a husband, you don't have to have children, you could go out there and have fun, make money, be important, be somebody in this world of work. So now you see these other people that live down the street from you, big ass family. They got old, you got old, their kids has kids. Now you just like, damn, I just got a lot of platinum.
Those are the breaks. It's the decisions you make when you make these decisions. But there's been many women who made it to the top and they reached a certain age where they can still have kids. I mean, if a woman becomes, you got women who are successful at a very young age.
Right.
So if a woman made it big at 25, she could literally just say, you know what, I'm done.
So
Let me start having a family.
So you got to make it big at 25. So you got to make it big.
Yeah.
You got to.
Yeah. I mean, I think the ideal situation is to make it as big as possible. While you're still young, you can still have kids.
But some people are not that talented, all right? Some women are not that talented.
Hey, well, those are the breaks, You can't really, there's no foolproof plan to everything. I mean, happiness is also just as illusion as love, if you want to make it a social contract. I mean, happiness is fleeting, love is fleeting. So,
I'm not a.
I mean, yes, obviously having a family, having a rich life.
But that's beautiful. That's the point of life. Keep it fucking going.
All right, but also the point of life is to just not keep it going.
All this shit is just like human made. These careers are just human made. But the real deal, like the real thing is actually, you gotta have kids. We gotta keep this going.
Yeah, but also we have a large population, so people feel like
fucking don't. You know how big this fucking world is.
All right, but what I'm saying.
Who told you? Yo, what? You really believe that there's more people than land?
There's people starving in this world. There's wars.
It's food.
There's people
controlling food. That's all. People just control who eats. War. People control that. Yo, I want to go to war with these people so we can take that land.
All right. So what if your excuse of not having kids is because you don't want to expose them? Like, okay, you're in Palestine. You're watching all these people getting blown up. You want to have kids? No. All right. And what if that's like going on for the rest of your life and you can't get out of that country?
I always want to have kids.
So even in the bomb situation,
we live in America. People could snatch kids easily out here. It's fucking ridiculous.
But it's not a regular situation.
It happens all the time.
It happens.
It's not regular because the media don't talk about that. 2 kids in Burger King somewhere in New York, or I could be wrong, got snatched broad day in Burger King. 11-year-old and 7-year-old got snatched.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't hear about that, right?
Yeah, but it's not happening like. It's not like, okay,
It happened here.
in Endicott, half of the population of kids that's grown, this is an epidemic. Half of the population of kids that are being grown are kidnapped. That's a problem. That's when you. This is what you're hearing about people getting kidnapped is sporadic. It's like, okay, here in Indiana this is happening. Okay, over here in New York this is happening. Here and here, but it's not like half of the population of Endicott is literally getting kidnapped. That's a problem.
Wait, pause it for a second.
No, we're going to pause it. We'll just edit out. Whatever you don't want me to say, I'll just edit out. Because I like the flow that's going.
I thought podcast, you don't say where you is. You don't say where you live.
All right, so half of the. All right, so let me just repeat this. Half of the population of wherever you live.
Remember, that was when you edit it out, you got to go to 5. You got to go to 54 so you can see what you put.
I'll listen to it and edit out. But basically, the argument is that the kidnapping situation, stuff like that, those are sporadic situations that don't happen like as if you're living in a war-torn country.
So what you're saying is that just because you hear about it doesn't mean it's in your country or your neighborhood?
No, I'm just saying it's not as bad.
You're saying
as like
it's not
something
as,
like
you want to look up, go on your phone and look up. Go on your phone and look up how many children go missing a year.
But it's not like
every year it goes up. Every month it goes up.
Okay,
actually.
But it's not like as if it's happening in such a great quantity that it's like
that
what's
is
going
a
on.
Great. What
I'm saying
if you commit murder, if you kill somebody, that's like you're going to jail forever.
Yeah, but
that's high. But they just make it.
It's not like it's the.
They don't talk about it because it's a lot of bullshit going on about that shit, yo.
All right, if somebody said that half of the population of people within whatever area you live in is like literally being kidnapped, that makes sense. That's a situation. But what you're talking about is a sporadic situation that, as a parent, your job is to watch over your kids, guard your kids, make sure that they don't wander off or somebody's wandering off with them.
I sound fucking crazy.
You don't sound fucking crazy. I sound crazy. Listen, bro. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm enjoying this because there's a banter going on. There's at least a banter going on. There's a conversation between you and I that's going on. And the thing is, your object of this conversation is to say something. My observation is to find the loopholes in it.
Right.
And half of the stuff I'm agreeing with you. I just say it's just a certain point of view in a certain way. It's not all across the board correct.
Okay.
Like all women don't want to have kids. All men don't want to have kids. It's like half. Maybe you could say half of the population.
The new generation don't want to have kids. It's not the.
My thing is this,
but it's.
There is a population of people who have kids, and there's a population of people who don't have kids. Make the decision not to have kids.
Everyone that's like 30 now, like turn 29, 27, 28, 29, 30, they're not having kids. Those are like your nephews, my little brother. That's the what generation is that?
Jennifer, I don't even know it. I don't follow those generations. The generation chart stuff. Listen. I understand. It makes a matter of fact. Religiously, be fruitful and multiply. Meaning, God wants us to have kids and live a rich life, to have a family and make it grow and cultivate things like that. But you also do have people who don't really give a damn. Matter of fact, how about this? What if you knew you couldn't take good care of kids? What if I'd rather not have kids because I know the kind of person I am. All right? There's people who know who they are and they don't want to have kids because they know who they are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like it's a end all be all. It's just you have people who chose to not have kids for whatever reasons that they don't want to have kids, and they don't regret it. A lot of them don't regret it. You do have a population of people who regret it. I'm agreeing with you. Okay. See, you think you want me to submit to your
No, I don't.
Like, yeah, you're right. Oh, snap. Yo, what you said is the truth. Word up. That's what it is.
That sounds so fake as shit.
All right, then. It's not going to be...
That's bullshit.
You're not going to get that from me.
All right, good. But I'm just saying, Oh, okay. All I'm saying is that why the news don't... Why mainstream media, CNN, all these fucking places... there should be like every day there should be like, yo, kids are being missing. Why not anyway? Why you don't want to even broadcast that?
I think they do.
No, they don't. They do not.
So the amount of people that's actually
they broadcast the presidents. They broadcast shit like Wall Street, stocks, all that shit. But they never. They don't think about it. They don't.
Okay, well,
these kids are missing over here. They
Okay.
might do some. This guy killed the Olympic runner. She was only 27 years old. That shit like that.
Because there's money in what they're selling.
But if they was broadcasting like, yo, this kid got snatched up this time, all these kids, they would have a list, and then people would be more aware on like, you know what, I need to watch out. There are fucked up people out here. They make it seem like it's not happening. That's what I'm saying. They make it seem like it's not happening, but it happens. It's happening.
Okay.
Every day.
And I don't disagree with you, but I think what it is these corporations, these news corporations, they work for. CNN works for Viacom or whatever company, big company,
Okay.
and they only want to promote. They only want to promote the stuff that makes them more money. They talk about when they talk about politics, it brings in the ratings. When they talk about sports, it brings in the ratings.
Viacom, he's right too. All right, I'm just saying, Viacom, if you hear this, I'm just saying, if you want to help people care more, just broadcast it more. That's all.
All right. I mean, yeah. I mean, I think with something like missing people and stuff like that, if you're not seeing as much that should be,
Right.
then why don't you become the person that does that?
But I
Make
don't
your
have-
own channel.
I don't have. I should make my own platform.
Make
But
your own-
they have a
it's
platform
just
that's
in.
already
12
there.
kids got taken from this school. Huh?
They have a platform. They should already, it'll be. Oh shit. I'm not saying they're bad for that. I'm not saying